content is something of substance, something meaningful, something useful, something original, unique. Most often, because it's deployed using technology or digital media, it has to be something that can be transferred digitally. So that would be music or imagery, like photos or video, or just stories, plain old text on black and white. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be, so that's sort of the basic underlining format. You've got videos, you've got audio, kind of, you know, whatever the five senses are that we can interpret it as human beings. And then usually content falls under the category of the arts or humanity, because people like to be entertained. So a lot of content marketing goes toward entertainment. However, some of the best or most efficient content marketing has to do with education. A lot of things that are really popular right now are like how-to type things like Instructables or iFixit. These are websites that provide free content that show people how to do things, actually technical documentation. And so that's really effective content marketing as well. If you're generating content, it's important to think about your audience, number one, and what they need. And then number two, where they are. Are they on social networks like Facebook or Twitter? Are they the type of people that receive emails? Do they prefer actually mail delivered to them at their address? You kind of have to know who your audience is. Not everything is the same. The idea of content marketing is about finding something specific for your audience. People have different opinions about what is effective in content marketing, and because there is no generic audience that responds the same way to everything, I have to go back to the first statement, which is to say that you need to know who your audience is and what kind of information they're looking for and how they want to receive it. And when you think about generating your content, you have to think about that too. If you're targeting teenagers who have a 2-second attention span, you're more likely going to plan a content marketing campaign that has a high frequency and maybe a low quality. Just something quick and easy and fun that they might catch on their phones, and then it's gone. If it's something that is for a professional audience, you might only do it once a month or maybe once a week. There really isn't a hard and fast rule. Because traditional advertising is frequency and reach. So those are two important things. How big is your network, and how often are you pushing out content to them? But that's sort of an advertising way of looking at it. But content development is different. Like, how many people have, heard It's a Small World? It's the goal with content marketing is to create something that's timeless, that will continue to attract new customers into the future. And that's really the investment that you're trying to make, is generating something of quality. So it's not really an advertising strategy. So the question of frequency is less important than the question of quality. So if you had a business and you wanted to create content, you were aware of your audience and you were investing in quality content, then you would think about the timing of when you're going to deploy that. Now, whether or not you're investing in your teenager through love and compassion and showing them, how to do something, and there's no budget involved, or whether or not you're hiring a professional and you're paying tens of thousands of dollars, it doesn't, sometimes things can go completely unnoticed, even if they're a really high-end professional quality thing. So when you launch something is important. There are two pieces to it, because beautiful, amazing, wonderful things go unnoticed every single day. So even if you do create really high-quality content, it's important to be aware of how you are going to share that, when you're going to share it, where you're going to share it. So traditional advertising knowledge does come into play in that sense. So we're in this information area where we can share content, we can inspire each other, and we can learn and grow more rapidly than we ever have before. So I would just encourage everybody to really continue to invest in that process, even though it's a transition, to know that we have amazingly creative people, technical geniuses, and we're collaborating in a new way, and it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to all the amazing content that is coming out on the internet. Every day I get up and I wonder what's going to be next. It's always something new and amazing.